Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's doing well and getting ready for Christmas. This is my last episode of my 2016 Christmas cards. I was debating whether or not to post anything today or not, just because it is the 23rd of December, and I know a lot of people are probably already on the road or traveling or getting ready for company, but I just decided to show the last couple cards that I've created, just in case there's a few people or even people after the fact that want to take a peek at what I created. I just want to say again, thanks to everybody who has commented on all my episodes this past couple months. I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. And getting right on to it, the first card that I finished up here was this one. And last year I created a whole bunch of cards kind of with the same color scheme and the same image, but just different layouts depending upon my scrap papers when I was cutting my die cuts out. And I still had quite a few pieces left that I cut out, but I didn't put this one together. So I did finish it up and put it together for my kind of a last minute card. But up in the corner here, I did do a die cut from Memory Box, and it's this one. It's called Pinecone Corner. And the number on that one is 98685. And that one came out in 2013. So I've had that one for a couple of years. And then I did put a holly leaf up in the corner, and that one was a Cheery Lynn holly leaf. I've used that one earlier on some other cards, and then I put a little bit of red bling in the corner of that one. Down at the bottom here, I stamped the word, Let Heaven and Nature Sing, and that is this rubber stamp right here. It comes from Northwoods, which is a stamp company here in Minnesota. And let's see, the background, the black right here is a Spellbinders die. I can't remember what it's called, but if you want to know, just leave a comment and I'll look up the specifics for you. I just forgot to pull that one before I did the video. And then I just layered up over that a piece of gold glossy paper, and I just corner punched the edges so it fit inside the frame. And again, this image right here, I cut down and corner edged, and then I also roughed up the edges a little bit with my paper distresser. And the image comes from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, and she has a blog and also an Etsy shop. Her name is Debbie Ann. I will link probably one of her, either her blog or her Etsy shop or something down below in the description box so you can find her if you are interested. But she also has a couple of Facebook groups out there. And this is where I got this image. It was a freebie off of her Ephemera Vintage Garden Busy Bees one that she has, where people can post creations that they've made using images from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. But she does a lot of junk journal stuff. Very talented artist when it comes to creating papers and stuff for junk journals. So if you haven't checked her out, she does have a lot of good digital images. And she also started, if you are into junk journals, a vintage junk journals website. So if I remember to, I will also link that information below, because that's a really good starting point for those of you that maybe want to start junk journals. But I do like to use some of her images once in a while in cards, so that's what this one came from. And the last card that I created is this one. I've made similar ones in the past using this image in this style, but I like the Northwoods stamps mostly because I do live in the woods, and a lot of the Northwoods stamps are images for, of birds and animals and stuff that we see here in Minnesota. So here is the stamp that I used, and the little bird is a nuthatch, and I colored it like a rose-breasted nuthatch. There's a couple different nuthatches out there, but this is the one that I chose to do. And so I did stamp it on with permanent ink on watercolor paper, and I colored it in using H2Os. And then after it was dry, I did stickle the green, and then there's a little bit of stickles on the little birch tree there. And in the corners, I used a Martha Stewart punch to punch out the little pine branches, and I put a little bit of bling on them. And I used a Spellbinders die to cut out these two. And again, if you want to know which specifically which ones these are, let me know and I will look them up. I just didn't grab them out, but they're some of the Nestability ones that they have out there. And let's see, this one I did stamp. I really like this sentiment on the inside. I didn't do anything other than stamp it. And that sentiment comes from Penny Black. And the number on this one, it's called Beautiful Season, and it's 4289E. The letter E. I don't know if it'll show up on the camera or not, but that's what that one is. And I think that one came out maybe last year or the year before. 2012, I guess, is when that one came out. But those are my 2 cards. Thanks everybody so much for watching this year, and I hope you guys all have a great holiday. Take care.